All praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, and side text to Yaka around the world is teaching truth. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bungad, and with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. And I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. All right, black is a color, not a nationality. Our skin is brown. All right, like this brother right here. His skin is chocolate brown, chocolate brown, same my complexion, man. And the sister right here, her skin is light like the light brown, like the sand of the beach, man. And it's a Gadite sister. Now I don't know what tribe their brother from. Hey, he'd be also a Gadite too. All right, but the main point is at 42 minutes of this video, and you're gonna see what this other Gadite sister, this indigenous person of Alaska, gonna say, man. All right, with proof they are the Israelites, man. Because I tell you, the indigenous people in Alaska, man, they suffer the curses, man. That's in Deuteronomy 28. 45, 46, man, says what? Said the curse should be a sign upon Jacob's seed. All right, and another thing is in Romans. Get this right here. Romans 8:16. It says what? The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Israel. All right, and that's why we so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans do the customs. All right, unknowingly, man. Like one example among the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we don't go on the census report. All right, cause our spirit knows. The spirit tells us the spirit from Yahweh tells us not to do that. All right, so I'm gonna play this with a sister. She's talking about the customs of the indigenous people of Alaska in 42 minutes. All right.
Genesis 49:19. That troop. Do you know of any famous troop that overcame the Native Americans? There's a very famous troop.
There's a lot. I would say the Americans.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jack.
Remember that? And they started. What is that walk again? The Trail of Tears. You heard of the Trail of Tears?
No.
That's in America.
No, I haven't.
Okay, but that's a famous. And that troop was Andrew Jackson's soldiers. Have you heard of the Los Lunas stone that was found in New Mexico? The oldest rendition of the Ten Commandments was actually found in the lower 48 continental United States back in ancient times, right? And it's all written in Paleo-Hebrew. So how would that be possible if you guys were here by yourself? Where would they get Hebrew from? Because that's what one of the language they were speaking.
What I believe about that is, so I always have these happenstance meetings, which I know they were designed that way, but a bunch of people that were.
And she writes, man, Most High make her come meeting these various people, man. All right, Yahweh said he sets that up so that you could to verify that you are the Israelites, talking to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Most High controls that. All right.
They were Jewish priests. They happened to get caught in a snowstorm, and we just happened to be at this restaurant, and they came in, and they don't eat hamburgers and things like that, but that's where they had to go. And so they sat at the table with us, and they were asking me, do you sing your language and everything? And they asked me to sing, and we're in this restaurant, and I'm like, okay. And so I sang a little bit for them, and the priests were just going, ah! They were like getting goosebumps and everything, and he was like, the word that you say, weya, the heya, it's ancient Hebrew. It's a form of dialect that's illegal for us. That was illegal for us to speak.
See that? Illegal for us to speak. Lashawan Kadash, Paleo Hebrew, is illegal to speak. All right. prove that we see. You got vocab alone. You got rusty clowns who like to mock us about Lashon Kodash, which means the Holy Tongue, or Paleo Hebrew, man. All right, they like to mock us about that. But here go out of the Gadite mouth right here, this Gadite sister saying that these Jewish people, which they're not the real Israelites anyway, but these Amalekites told her that it is illegal for them to speak Lashon Kodash, or basically Paleo Hebrew. All right, and it also proved that the so-called Native Americans, Northern Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, and Seminole Indians, the tribe of Reuben. All right, they and then when they say hey y'all, that's going back to Lashon Kodash, man. All right, Abba Gada Ha. All right, so you know, and like the brother Malcolm, he always bring out, he says the Lashon Kodash characters or characters. We go Abba Gada Ha. So he always breaks it down, says it sounds like ancient Hebrew. It is ancient Hebrew, man. All right, it is Lashon Kodash, man. All right, so this is a ultra cut to you, you naysayers about us Israelites. All right, between what y'all call us, the One West school, the One West. Yeah, we descend from the One West, but you're not One West, man. All right, we evolve from that, we still carry on things that's correct from One West, that Yahweh gave Abba Bivens, Yaqua, Aria, and the other elders. I forget, their names. All right,
Wow.
Yes, and I already knew that.
Really?
Yeah, I already knew that because when this group, Linda Prince, when she was talking to me, she was invited by the Prime Minister of Israel to come over there with her drum group, and she was a chief, to go over to Israel to drum. And so when they went over there to drum, they began drumming, and the Prime Minister said, I want you to drum at the Jaffa Gate at 4 p.m. So they're like, not knowing, they went to the Jaffa Gate, they started drumming, and at 4 o'clock is when the Jewish priests, there were hundreds, came to the wall to pray. And instead of praying that day, they went around the drum, and they all began weeping and crying. And so the drum, they thought they were doing something wrong. So they quit, and then one of the priests, the chief asked, can I ask why you guys are crying? And the chief said, or the priest said, don't you know what you're singing? And they were like, don't you know, Weah means the one who brings forth springs of living water. Heya is to the all-existing one. And at that time, she was like, in Canada.
Right, Heya does mean that, man. All right. Is this the one? All right, strong coordinates. All right, Heya. All right, to become, to be. All right. Willie Howell means, he means he is. All right. All right. All right. He is. He is. All right. That's what Yahweh means, man. All right. So it says right here, hey y'all, to come forth. Let's see what other things. All right. To exist. To breathe. All right. So yeah, she's correct, man. All right. Let's see this right here. All right. So
Canada, it's illegal to be native, and everything had to go underground, and so did the meaning. And then so they start going back and forth.
See that? As she said, the word they speak had to go on the ground and meaning the lost, man. All right. They'll go with Jeremiah 17:4, man. We should lose our heritage, man. All right. Now you got tribes, different various tribes, and here in Americas, throughout Africa and Asia, man. Some may do the customs, all that. So some may know that, but they don't have the original name of the Most High. They don't have that complete knowledge. Then you had the other Israelites. They met like so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans over here. A lot of them, they mass been completely wiped from that, man. All right. So the scripture too then goes with Deuteronomy 28 and 29 that you grow up in darkness, man. All right. Ain't no such thing as you as a person, do they want to be do it make them have to be partially blind? They're gonna say hell no, they want to see the clear picture, man. All right, but that's why the reason why we brought us out here to give our people that clear picture, man. To get rid of that spiritual glaucoma from their spiritual eyes, man. To give them the whole package, man, the whole deal. All right, the whole deal is true. All right, the breakdown of these dark mysteries in the scriptures. All right, the customs, the language, that language, Lashon Gadash. All right, ancient Hebrew. All right, and you know, all right, and the name of our true power, man, Yahweh, where everybody in call God, the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai, our Prince. All right, and our deliverer, man.
And at that time now the drum group started crying because they had more revelation to what they were singing. And so since then they've been going back to Israel, and they had some kind of celebration called the Year of Jubilee, which they've been waiting for all the tribes to join. And it was like 100-year celebration, and the native people joined, and they said their celebration was complete because that's who they were looking for to join their celebration.
See that? The Amalekite or Edomite elite in Israel, they know who the 12 tribes of Israel are, man. All right, they know. But you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, man, you scoff at this idea. You said no, it's not possible, man. These upper elites, they know. She said the prime minister invited her sister, her so-called Native American son, got a sister over there to Israel to drum at the Jubilee, and then they say, "What you could? That's who we been looking for." Meaning they know who these elites, these Edomite elites. All right, here in America or the land of Israel as well, they know who the true Israelites are, man. All right.
That's what the Jewish people said. They were looking for you guys to finish the celebration. Wow. Last question. What do you think about reparations?
All right, so there you go, man. All right. So, I'm going to end this, man. All right, so, I'm going to give one more scripture. All right. And earlier in that video, there was another thing. She said the custom of them growing hair and not drinking strong drinks, man. That goes back to the Nazarite vow vow, man. All right. So it's right here. It says Psalms 85:11. It says truth shall spring out of the earth and righteousness shall look down from heaven. All right. So the truth is coming out that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. So, Shalom.